Hi, Shalom. Michael, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rachak, Wadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that teaches word in all truth, faith, and sincerity. And yeah, today, I just want to get into a lesson on how this truth is going to actually lead to eternal life, bro. You know, this doctrine is a doctrine of eternal life, man. You know, uh, and that's the process. It starts this, it starts your destiny or your destination. That's a way you trying to get somewhere. And that's this is the path that we embarked on. We trying to get to eternal life, and that's what this doctrine leads to. It all starts with a thought first, then it actually leads or it blossoms into wherever you put it into. Matter of fact, let's get this in the book of St. Matthew 7 and verse 13. It said, enter ye in at the straight gate. See? So it says enter in the straight gate. So meaning what? It's an entrance. Meaning what? You gotta walk. That's a path you took. That's a door that you went through. Which it tells you that in 2nd Ezra the 7th chapter, that the path to the kingdom, the entrance is narrow, man. So to get to the kingdom, to get to rulership and dominion, having dominion and power and everlasting life, it starts with a thought first. It says, enter ye in the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. See? So as you can see, the broad way of these many different ways, other different paths to relief, to be at rest, it's actually going to lead to destruction. Meaning what? That's the process. It started with a thought, and and it played out through your actions. But it ultimately that thought actually led to death, because that's why I say it leads to destruction. Either by you, getting in the shootout, you died in the shootout because you wanted, you thought selling drugs was the way out, or you anything. You getting anything, man. And ultimately, the missile's gonna stop all these doctrines, man. The only doctrine that's gonna be left is the doctrine of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Everything else gonna stop. Only it's gonna be Yahweh Shai, man. That way. It says, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way that which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. See, so it said it leads to life, meaning what? You actually walking a path spiritually, by the way of your actions, your outlooks on things, a way of life, man. And that's what ultimately that got Enoch taken up. That what got Noah delivered. That what got all these the ones that Yahweh Shema shall have mercy on. It started with a thought. Matter of fact, let's get this in the book of Psalm 7 and verse 10. It said, my defenses of the Most High, which savor the upright in heart. See? So the Lord look up on the inward man. So it's pretty much you can't. It's an inward thing. It's nothing external. It's nothing carnal, man. So hey, it's Enoch. It said Enoch walked with the Most High. Matter of fact, let's get that. It also said Noah walked with the Most High. This is Genesis 5 and 24. It says, and Enoch walked with the Most High, and he was not, for the Most High took him. See? So meaning what? What it mean that Enoch walked with the Most High? It wasn't like he was in heaven and they having a stroll, down a park in heaven, and they having a conversation. No, meaning it was a certain manner of life he was living, man, according to the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And that's what ultimately it led to him being taken up, man. You know? And that's what this doctrine do. It's ultimately going to lead to you being delivered. It's also going to lead to you, having everlasting life. It tells you that in St. John the 4th chapter, Yahushua said, if you drink of this water, you're not going to thirst again. It's ultimately going to spring up. Meaning what? It's going to blossom into everlasting life. But it's first start off with a mindset. And this is going to actually pretty much turn away the wrath of Yahweh Yahushua. That's why Noah was preserved. That's why Enoch was taken up. Because it first started with a thought. Matter of fact, let's get this real quick. This is Genesis 6 and 5. It says, and this time right here, in the time of Noah, was also coined as a time of wrath. You read that in the book of Sirach 44, and I believe the 17th verse. The times of Noah was also a season where wrath was going to come forth, man. But what made Noah, worthy to escape? Let's read it. It says Genesis 6 and 5. It says, and the Most High saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. See? So the wickedness started off by a thought. By the way of it was a system set up back in the times of Noah, man. It was wicked. It was only evil continually, like as you see today, man. And you don't have to have a book to go by a certain standard. You have people, to cleave on to what a rapper say or what an entertainer say. A nigga might say, invest in the stock market, man. Now you doing it because this nigga Juicy J said it, man. But it was them leaning upon their own understanding. They wasn't following the ways of Yahweh Shai. Because these different false gods and idols is ultimately is another mindset. That's all it is. It's a total contrary mindset of what Yahweh Shai say. Verse 6, it says, and it repented the Lord that he made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast and creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repented me that I have made them. So as you can see, just starting off with a wicked thought, an evil imagination, it ultimately ended up being everything was being defiled. That's why the Lord had to even wipe out the animals, even the creeping things. And that's what's going to happen here, man, especially here in America. It tells you even the beast is going to have to be wiped away, man, because it's been defiled. But as you can see, it started off, that seed was planted by the way of a thought. It was an imagination first, then it played it out by the actions. It says, but Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. And how did the Lord look at you? Through the inward man. Tells you that in 1 Samuel 16 chapter, the Lord looked on the inward man. So when the Lord looking upon Noah, he seen, matter of fact, it says, these are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man and perfect in his generations. And Noah walked with the Most High. See, meaning what? He was following his ways. And it said he was perfect. So matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Meaning what? He actually was walking, that it was a certain path he was walking. This is St. Matthew 19. And this is when the man came to ask Yahushua, how to receive eternal life. What can he do so he can have eternal life? So pretty much, let's see. And Yahushua told him to pretty much keep the commandments. So let's get down to verse 20, matter of fact. It says, the young man said unto him, all these things have I kept from my youth up. What lack I yet? See, so he said pretty much, I pretty much kept all the commandments. What else am I lacking? Yahushua said unto him, if thou wilt be perfect. See, so that just keeping the law didn't even make you perfect, man. If you want to be perfect, because it started inwardly first, man. Those are the things as turning was the law is perfect, man. Just going through America show that the law is perfect, man. It's beautiful, man. But that's on an external thing, man. That's why Yahweh Shai said, don't clean the outside, clean the inside first, man. Then the outside is gonna appear clean. Meaning, when you get the inner man first, ultimately the new body is gonna match up. You know. So it says, if thou will be perfect, go and sell that thou hast and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me. See, so meaning what? Teach this word, and it's a certain way of life that you're gonna live. It's gonna be certain restrictions, you know, that you know, and everything like that. It's gonna be it's gonna be a way of life, a certain manner of life that you're gonna live, man. But it's ultimately just going back to Enoch and Noah. Ultimately, that actually is gonna it said lead to life. It is gonna preserve you from the wrath to come, man. So let's get that real quick. This is the book of Ecclesiastes 1 and verse. Matter of fact, this is Ecclesiastes 1, and I start at verse 20. It says, the root of wisdom is the fear of the Lord, and the branches thereof are long life. See, so as you can see, the root of wisdom is the fear of the Lord. That's the beginning of knowledge. That's the beginning. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge and wisdom. That's the first thing you got to learn at first, you know. But it's ultimately, it says, and the branches thereof are long life. So it's gonna ultimately spring up into long life, which is everlasting life, man. It says the fear of the Lord driveth away sins. See, so meaning what? You ain't turning to the right hand or to the left. You know, you abstaining from certain things. You know, it said, and where it is present, it turneth away wrath. See, so the fear of the Lord, which is the same breath as wisdom, which is the same thing. You know, by having this wisdom, this knowledge, this understanding, is actually gonna turn away wrath. So you walking with the Most High, that means you on His team. You know, that means that you're gonna be preserved, and that's what this path do. This walk through. It actually leads to life. You know. Matter of fact, let's just end it off on this in the book of St. John 14. St. John 14 and verse 6. Yahweh Shai said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. See? So you gotta, matter of fact, it says, no man cometh unto the Father but by me. And when you come, that means you gotta take steps towards it. It's a certain direction that you have to take to get to the kingdom. It's that path of life, that narrow and that straight gate. But it says come, you got, it's not like you instantly teleport. That means it's a way to the Father, and that's through Yahweh Shai, man, which is by the way of a doctrine, a certain message, a certain outlook of life, a certain way of life, a walk, you know, which ultimately going to lead to deliverance, you know. So yeah, I just hope to edify. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the Apostle Elders of the Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that's teaching the word in all truth, faith, and sincerity. DTA, Abba.